Good morning. The sun is already up, but we can't see it yet. It'll be up over those trees pretty soon. Another beautiful morning here in Fort Lauderdale that I'm awake to see, witness, and share with all of you, my dear friends. And while we wait for the audience to come on, we're gonna sing one of my very favorite songs. Sorry. Didn't exactly start where I wanted it to. All right, let's try this again. When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care. Good morning, Gretchen. And nothing, my dear friend, oh, nothing is going right. Good morning, LaDonna. And think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Singing with me, guys. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, here comes the sun. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Not doing too well today. You got a friend. My singing voice isn't the best, but you know what I mean. It's such a great song, isn't it? If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. This is true. This is the kind of friend I am. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am. I'm babysitting Eddie's dog, Scratch. I'll come running, oh, running to see you again. I'm running with the big dogs. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now, ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? Truth. They'll hurt you and desert you. Hey, Donna. Well, they'll let you soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, running, yeah, 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 see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You guys must be friends to endure my bad singing today. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? You've got a friend. I love you, LaDonna. Thank you. Oh, yeah, now you've got a friend. Yeah, baby. You've got a friend. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mark. You've got a friend. And that's about that. I just wanted to start off this day and let all of you know that you've got a friend. And I actually excel in friendship. My mother taught me how to be a very good friend. Thanks, Gretchen. We'll have to get together and sing next time. But seriously, you guys, friendship is it is the glue that holds us, I think. Look at that, sunshine's about to come up. And Gretchen knows. I've known Gretchen for a long time. But just recently we've gotten our bestie on. I know, I love you, Gretchen. And I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks because I'm gonna be going back up north again. And I'll see you too, Mark. And I'll see you, Donna, probably tomorrow. And one of these days I need to meet LaDonna. Because I really do feel like the people that come on my show, y'all are my friends. And really good friends. You've seen me go through a lot. Some of you are new, and I hope that we can be friends. But I think that friendship is such an important thing in our lives that I'm going to read a few Bible verses to you this morning, talking about the importance of friendship. You know, when my husband was dying, I really learned one lesson, and I learned it so well. And that is that when you pass on in this world, you can't take it with you. You got to leave that boat behind, that house, those pilings, you can't take them. But you do get to take one thing. Well, it's not really one, it's as much as you can handle. You get to take your relationships with you. And really, what more could you want out of your life? You know, some people are in this life to accumulate wealth, accumulate assets. They have that beautiful boat, they have that nice car. Exactly, Donna. We'll sing melodies that haven't been written yet. All right, I'm going to pick another song too, but first, hi, Princess. You're a little late this morning. Yeah, like it's like 7:05, but here we are. But anyway, and I love that you guys love that I sing. I'm not a good singer. I don't think I'm a good singer, but I love making a joyful noise unto the Lord. Can you see the sun has just started to peek out? There it is. There it is. Good morning, sunshine. I love it. Good morning, sunshine, Laura. Okay, so this morning we're going to study what the Bible says about friendship. So Proverbs 17:17 says this: a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. That's a really, really great passage because it emphasizes the steadfast nature of true friendship. People go through good times and they go through bad times. And sometimes you are the best of friends, and sometimes maybe not so much. We can all have arguments with each other at times, but that's what friends are for. Sometimes your friend doesn't appreciate something about you, and they get mad at you, and they tell you, and you have every right to fire back. If it ends your friendship, then you probably weren't that good of friends to begin with. Friendship is very subjective sometimes. You might think somebody's a really good friend, and then you find out later that they've been talking about you behind your back and they don't really like you that much. That hurts when you find that out. But it's the nature of friendship, I guess. Because when you find out that one friend has betrayed you, you know you probably have a bunch of other friends who will rush to your aid and let you know that you really are important to them. You know, you can't get along with everybody all the time. Proverbs 27:17 says this, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So we need our friends to teach us about each other, to teach us about life, and to make each other better. Here's another good one, Proverbs 18:24. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. In other words, choose your friends wisely. And when you find that friend who you know is like your ride or die, cherish them. Cherish them with everything. In John 15, we find out that greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice for your friends. Sometimes you do have to do things that are hard in the name of friendship. And we've all been there, and if you haven't been there, it's because you don't really know how to be a friend. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Because friends get you through all of the challenges in your life. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says this, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. There is an influence of negative friendships. So whenever you are thinking about your friends, you know, stick with the ones who positively affect your life. I love that, LaDonna. Jesus called us his friends. That's true. Friendship is different from familial ties. You know, you love your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters, but they say that you don't get to choose those people. What is that? You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Wait, I'm joking. I always love that. But seriously, you pick your friends. They pick you. It is very much a soul thing. It's soul sister. Proverbs 27:6 reminds us that faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. You know, you can get honest criticism from a friend, even though it's painful sometimes. But if an enemy tells you wonderful things, be careful. Yes, God designed our friends, exactly. Look, the sun is up. Look, it's a beautiful Tuesday. Hebrews 10:24 says this, and let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Let us not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. That's perfect, as the day certainly is approaching, and we must encourage and support each other within our community under Christ. There are so many different facets to friendship. There's love, there's loyalty, there's support, but most of all, there's growth. When you're friends with somebody and you learn things from them, you grow with them. How many of you still have friendships that you had in childhood? And how many of you even have second or third generation friendships? Like your moms were best friends and now you're best friends. Or even your grandma was best friends with their granddaughters are your best friends. You know what I mean? You know how that goes. Or even those friendships that also go cross generations, like so Donna, exactly. Donna's mom's best friend, when Donna's mom passed away, now her best friend is one of Donna's best friends. That's so special. And then there's the friendship that you expect, but it's made all the better because they're your brother or your sister. I feel this way about my brothers and sisters, that they are my best friends. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. Donna has friends from the 60s, elementary school friends. Yes, I have those too. I have the second generation and the third generation friends. It's so amazing. Look how that sun is being distorted by the clouds around it. Because friends change you. Hopefully for the better. And sometimes, you start running with a bad crew and they can ruin you too. The thing about friendship. But I feel like everything happens for a reason. All right, I've got that great morning glow. I basically just rolled out of bed. I'm starting to think, doing these sunrise shows, it's hard for me in the morning. I don't like mornings. I'm not very good at them. But sometimes you just have to get up and do it. And I have so much to do. But with the sun in my face and the rays of the sun coming into my eyes, it wakes you up. It makes you feel better. And they are rays, like my husband Ray, rays of sunshine. Thank you, Laura. I try to be a ray of sunshine too. And I do consider you guys my friends. Some of you I've never met, and some of you I can't get enough of. That's also the great thing about friendship. How many friends do you have that you can see them once in a year or even in 2 years, and then you pick up right where you left off? Those are the best friends. You don't see them for a long, long time. Could be many years, could be decades. But when you do, it's like, whoo, long lost reunion. So great. Friendship, so full of surprises. So full of hurt and sorrow too. When your friends are hurting, you are hurting. I have a friend right now who's going through something just horrible. She was with a narcissist, and she finally broke up with him. I'm not going to say that she left him because he basically kicked her out. My heart breaks for her because a lot of us have been through those narcissistic relationships. And for women, it's very dangerous those days after you break up with a narcissistic man. And my girl has been absolutely terrified by this man. He's been chasing her through the streets. Just awful. But that's where my friendship comes in. I feel badly because I have been through the same situation that she's going through. And I know what it's like to be stalked, to be terrorized by this man that you thought you loved. And you found out that he doesn't hold any love for you or really anybody else, and especially not for himself. Because people who are angry and hurtful usually hate themselves. Anyway, my girl's going through this, and it broke my heart because I know that she's not going to have an easy resolution, and that situations like this do not just end. They go on and on and on, sometimes for years. So I did what I think a good friend should do in this case, and that was pray. I prayed with her. I prayed for a quick solution. I prayed that for this man to just be erased from her life in whatever way God sees fit to do that, but to just get him out of her life, to stop this madness. And you know, it's really sad because when I was going through it, the only resolution I did end up getting was that the man killed himself, the one that was bothering me. He ended his own life. And I don't think that's a good thing to do. However, in this case, it freed me. And I'm able now to go on without this monkey on my back, this person who was constantly stalking me and trying to get to me through my social media, whatever way that he could. And finally, and he didn't kill himself because of me either. It was his own choice about his own life, and it had nothing to do with me. But he is dead and gone. And, you know, it made my life better. So, well, I'm not praying for my friend's boyfriend to, you know, poof, go away like that, but I do hope that he poof goes away. And it's really hard to watch a friend go through something like that, but I do believe that that's where friendship counts the most, because she did it. She doesn't need me to protect her. I can't do that for her. What she needed was for me to pray with her and to give her the strength, more than anything, to know how amazing she is, and that she doesn't ever have to be in a relationship like that ever again, because she needs to understand that she's special on her own. Women who fall for narcissists like my friend and like myself, that usually happens because that person makes us feel like they're helping us or they're so good to us and we need them. But the fact is, they actually prey on people who feel like they need help, or, you know, anybody who's going through something like that. It's easy to make them into a victim. And that happened to me, and now it's happening to my girl. And my advice, though, with that is to not be a victim and to stop this thinking that, you know, this man is doing this, that, and the other thing to me. Even if he is, you know, you're right about it. However, you have to look at yourself and just be like, I'm moving on and I have everything I need. I find that women who feel the need to be in a relationship, especially a bad relationship, just don't have the self-esteem to stand on their own. I didn't, and now I do. So I'm speaking from experience, because, you know, life is about learning. And one of the most important things that you need to learn is that you are powerful. You are so incredible. You can do anything, and you don't need anybody to validate your life. And when you have friends who lift you up, that's a wonderful thing. But if you have people you think are your friends and they're tearing you down, then you need to get away from them. And that's what I think about that. Here's another one. I don't know where this comes from, but perfume and incense bring joy to the heart, and the pleasantness of a friend springs from their heartfelt advice. Exactly. Giving advice to a friend, sometimes it's not easy. And sometimes the only thing you can do is pray with them. I had to put my hair up. It's already blazing hot here in South Florida. And I've got to get on with my day. But I just wanted to check in with my friends and let you all know that I really appreciate you and your friendship. And you know, the other thing that I love about the Beach Report is that people become friends because of the Beach Report. So many of you are now talking to each other and becoming friends on their Spirit. A friend to all. Oh, you missed it, Spirit. We've been talking about friendship, and you have been such a great friend to me. From the moment I met Spirit, actually, I was like, this is my new friend. And I know someday we will be old friends. So thank you so much. Yes, I think friendship is an underrated topic. I think it is one of the most important things in life is having really good friends. Because if you don't have any friends, what a lonely existence, number one, but also you miss out on those relationships that make you a better person. Because your best friends will be honest with you and not in a mean way, always with love, always with love. And that's how I feel about you guys. I love you back. All right, well, that sun is, woo, it's bright, it's hot, it's shiny. Just like the beautiful shine of friendship. It makes the world a better place. Oh, LaDonna wanted me to sing something else, so I'm gonna find another song. If you have one that you want to hear, maybe a song about friendship, maybe not. What's that? Friends will be friends. I just have one in my mind. What is it? Friend. Thank you, friends. Hit the like. Exactly. Only 5 likes. Come on, you guys. What is it? You can double tap and hit the likes. I can't do this without me. I need my friends. We all need our friends. Oh, I know. Here's a good song, and it's perfect for this morning. Yes, you can buy yourself flowers. That's a song about being your own friend, which is also super important to be your own friend. All right, let's look at the sun because I'm really kind of rough this morning. All right, here's one of my favorite songs. And this is about you guys, from me to you. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was ending, find myself drowning in my own tears. Whoa, 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 you are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I'll always be around. Yeah. You are the apple of my eye. I hear you, Laura. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. Do. And I know that this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Whoa, you are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I'll always stay around. And I'm on the beach report every day for you guys. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah, forever you'll stay in my heart. You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I'll always Be on the beach report. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, some songs about love, they're really about friendship. Yes, the old school jams are the best. All right, you guys. Now I'm going to go start my day, get things done. I wish all of you a very productive and very wonderful day. Thank you for joining me this morning on the very sunny, bright beach report. I can hardly see. Thank you all for your friendship and your love. All right, guys. Ciao for now.